It's a pretty good looking crowd here. You know, got some interesting folks here. Shout out to Liza Minnelli for coming out tonight. Pretty cool. You think Michael Jackson really did that shit? Yeah, for sure? That's crazy. That's kind of fucked up. But yeah, like, who's your mom, Judy Garland, from Wizard of Oz? Yeah, MGM Studios, man. You know, any actor signed to that studio, they had them geeked up on methamphetamines. Like, seriously, like, they were working, like, 19-hour days just filming movies, you know? That's a crazy amount of drugs, you know? Like too high, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not gonna lie, I do drugs. That's a lot. You know, like, I mean, sometimes, like, you guys, anybody in here, like, get too high, you know? Like, you just probably shouldn't go outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't put on a shirt. Don't put on shoes, don't get dressed, just stay your ass in the house. You know? Like, I do that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, it's alright, you know what I'm saying? Like I get high, like, okay. Have you ever got so high that you just crash a baby shower? Because I do that, you know? I'm like a serial baby shower while high crasher. It's my favorite shit, you know? Like, you know, like I'll like when I crash a baby shower, you know, like I'm really high, I do it to the max, you know? I'm not just talking about showing up and putting my hand in the cake and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like if I go to a baby shower high, I'm telling each and every one of the guests that I'm really the baby's father. You know, like I'm going up to them, like every single guest and being like, yeah, you know, me and Barb, we go way back. You know what I'm saying? One night after work, you know, we were sipping some drinks and doing methamphetamines. Next thing you know, we're slapping skins. You gotta do the slapping skins just to fuck their head up. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to do that. You know, not gonna do that. You usually get the police called on you. That's happened to me a lot. You know. But yeah, on a more serious note, I just want to do a quick PSA. You know, I saw a gentleman sitting on top of an apartment building, right? And he was contemplating on whether or not he should unalive himself. And I want to let y'all know that no matter what you're going through, no matter what, it is never that bad. You know, like keep in touch with family members, you know, keep in touch with your friends, make sure they're doing okay, check on them. There's suicide hotlines you could call. Trust me, it is never that bad. You know, I did not want this guy to jump, you know. But also, polymarket.com is a website where you could bet on any real-time event. And when the EMTs talked this guy down, I lost my parlay. Oh, you know? Like, I felt like I had pretty good odds. I was like, you know, I had the over. I was like, yeah, he's gonna land face up. You know, there was another dude who was like trying to get the under, and he was like, no, he's gonna land feet first, legs right up in the stomach. You know, the shit was weird, you know, he was checking the wind resistance and shit. He was like, yeah, feet first for sure. You know. And then there was a third guy really betting, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could bet, like I said, you could bet on anything. He was betting on what sound he was gonna make on his weapon. And I just thought that was fucked up. And it's crazy too, because he was gambling on him making this sound. And I'm like, Yo, that's fucked up. Yeah. And he did it exactly like that. I didn't do it because I'm not a fucking professional voice actor. You know, but he did it pretty good. We all left empty-handed, you know. But yeah, I got some shit to talk about. The Carolinas here. You know, I'm from Long Beach, California. You know, we have really, like, yeah, absolutely, LBC. That's the exact one. You know, no, fuck Snoop. Like Snoop's from East Side Long Beach. I'm from North Side Long Beach. Those are completely different areas. You know, you got like North Side Long Beach, beautiful, great place to grow up. You know, then you got East Side Long Beach. That is like the Arby's of Long Beach. You know what I'm saying? Terrible place. It's so dirty. You know? It's like for people that still dine in at Taco Bell. That's East Side Long Beach. Right? What the fuck do you know about that? You're from where? California, what part? Huntington. Yeah. Huntington Beach or Huntington Park? Beach, okay, because Huntington Park. That's a different spot. Yeah, that's a terrible spot. Actually. That's like the Burger King in California. Yeah. But no, like it's just a great place to be, you know. But once I moved out here, one thing I realized was that y'all motherfuckers cannot drive. Like no matter where I'm going, I gotta give myself an extra 20 minutes because I know there's gonna be an accident, you know. And it's crazy too because y'all will blame the other person for your shitty driving, you know? And that's just ass backwards, you know? Like, motherfuckers gotta learn how to drive. I mean, niggas cannot drive. Yeah. So, like, I'm in my car and I cut this motherfucker off, right? Yeah, that's right. Niggas can't drive. I'm niggas. I'm all the niggas. So yeah, like I cut this dude off, and we actually meet up at the red light. You know, like we're side by side. You know, and he starts rolling his window down, and I'm already knowing what he's probably gonna say. Fuck you, asshole, or learn to drive, dickhead. You know, something along those lines. But what he actually said, I was not prepared for at all. You know? So he sticks his head out the window and he yells out, I hope you wake up in a stall trap, motherfucker. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. You mean like the scary movie? That's terrible. And I had my girl in the car and she just starts busting up laughing. She's like, oh shit. Motherfucker said you're gonna wake up in a stall trap and Jigsaw's gonna be playing the tape, telling you what you need to do. Oh shit. Cracking up. Until the dude said this. Yeah, and your bitch too. And she's just cracking up. She's like, so you just gonna let him say that? And she immediately, she's just like, you better say something back before the light turns green. And I'm not really good with comebacks like that or like, roasting or anything like that, So I just panicked. And right before the light turned green, I was just like, go fuck a bag of Legos, nigga. Then I skirted off. My girl, she was like, that was very good. That was very good. You did well. I like that. She's so supportive. I love her. Nah, fuck that. She's a piece of shit. She was on his side. So like on like some other shit is like I experienced a lot of racism, like a lot of racism. And in places I would not really expect it to be, like the place I experience a lot of racism when I'm watching porn, That shit's unorthodox. I don't get it too, but I've noticed it, Like I want to say the main spot where the racism is in the titles of the videos. You know? Like, it's just crazy. They're all fucked up. You know? Like, for example, you go to white porn, and the titles are like, gorgeous, hot blonde, pleasures, a handsome young stud who's in shape. And then you go to a black porn and they're like, ghetto ass whore, fucks, a stupid dumb young hood felon thug, who's a college dropout, with a giant BBC, gangster sex. And I'm like, gangster sex? Why the fuck would they put that? You know, I already knew that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, dropping out of college is like the most gangster shit ever. You know? Like, I don't understand why they would put that. You know, it's kind of fucked up. And I know it's a white dude uploading these porn videos because, let's be honest, when's the last time you have heard a black dude just casually use the word whore? You know? Like, never. It's not like we're like, hey, my nigga, we gonna go out to the club, we gonna get all these whores. It's not like, hey, yo, I got whores on my dick, bro. Nobody's saying that, you know? But yeah, man, it's just crazy. Like I was saying, because I was like, fuck my girlfriend for liking that guy's diss at the red light. You know, I've been single quite a bit, you know? So, I've been on these dating sites. You know, I've been on these dating sites a whole lot. You know, like, and whatever kind of women are interested in me, I just don't understand. You know, for some reason, it's a lot of buff women. You know, I mean, like really in shape women that go do CrossFit, tossing kettlebells and flipping tires and shit. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't mind dating a woman that looks like the principal from Matilda. You know, it's just like, I don't know how I feel about a woman that can turn their vagina into a trash compactor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might say the wrong thing and she just hydraulic presses my dick. But, you know, that would be bad for me, you know? But I was desperate, so yeah, that's my life. That's Shawn Collins' autobiography there. You know? But like I messaged her back, and that convo was actually going pretty well. You know, it's actually going great, if I'm being honest. You know, it's going so good. We actually ended up talking about sex. You know, and it's going good until she says this. Yeah, in bed, I'm pretty solid. And I'm like, solid? That's a peculiar thing to say. You know? I'm like, what do you mean by solid? And she's like, what do you mean what I mean? I'm like, well, is the sex gonna be good? Or is it gonna be like sturdy? You know, like are you gonna put your Timberlands on before you do this shit? You know? Like, is the sex gonna be good, or is it gonna feel like my dick is in an arm wrestling match? You know? Like, when you have issues, do you go to Lowe's, or do you go to Home Depot? I just don't get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't go to the gynecologist at all. You know, it's just straight to the fucking lumber section. You know, that shit kind of fucked me up, you know? Of course, she stopped messaging back, you know, so I moved on to the next candidate, you know, and it was this young woman. She was very beautiful, you know, white woman with dreadlocks, you know, and she was really in the stars and the moon and, you know, just all the zodiac signs and all that. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit her with a pickup line, you know? So I hit her with this, all right? Fellas, I hope you brought notepads. This shit is got a 98% success rate. All right, so I hit her with this. I was like, damn, girl, are you a space witch? because that astrology. Gangster sex. That shit worked, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wow, I heard, I wasn't sure how many black people are actually in the audience because it's kind of dark in here. But I heard a black guy laugh from over there. So I know there's definitely one. And, yeah. I don't know, I just had to acknowledge that, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're in here together. Nah, so like I'm dating this astrology chick, and we get back to her place, and you know, like she came back to my place, and I was reluctant, but eventually she was like, you know, I want to come over, and I'm like, okay. So she comes over and she sees a bunch of candles, you know, like a lot of candles in my place, and she's like, oh, you really into spirituality too? Because you have a lot of candles. I'm like, nah, I have a lot of candles because mainly me and Duke Energy have recently had a bit of a disagreement. All right, y'all, Shawn Collins, thank you so much.